Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. Hope you're all doing well. Today is the 21st of August of 2021, but it's the evening. It's late afternoon in Greece as I'm doing this reading for you. We are now in the energies of the full moon, which is happening some hours ahead. So I thought I will go into the astrology a little bit. That's at the end of the tarot reading. I'm using different cards. I want to have a brief look and see what's roughly, what are the energies playing out with this full moon. Hope that you're all doing well. Happy birthday if it's your birthday today. And you're a Leo. I also want to wish Virgo also a happy birthday, as their birthday month is just around the corner. Those of you obviously that are interested in the astrology, stay on after the tarot reading for a brief understanding of what's going on in the sky these days. For those of you that are on Patreon already, you've received your full moon reading. We do go into a lot of details. Now I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Legacy of the Divine Tarot. I haven't used this deck for quite a while, and I will be using the Tarot of Sexual Magic for love matters. Full moons are very much about our emotions. So let's see what's going to show up, what's culminating. Oh my God, okay. I haven't even said anything yet. We've got the Ace of Swords. There will be clarity here. Some of us will be cutting away matters concerning the past, shedding some weight. Something is completing. We're cutting it away from our life. As you can see, we've got the eagle here, and the eagle is depicted many times of Aquarius, and this full moon is in Aquarius. So we can have clarity, some form of justice, some sort of victory with that card that fell through. Now, what did I want to say? I will also be taking the another deck, which is the Wisdom of the House of the Night. They're oracle cards. I usually use this deck for the full moon readings, and also the astrology reading cards, okay, for more messages. So I'll see what else I'll be taking, but we're reading the energies, everyone. Let's see what is going to show up, what's going to culminate. Remember, Jupiter is on this full moon. Now this is on the axis Aquarius and Leo on the fixed signs. And as this full moon will be completing, oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my. You can't make these things up. You just cannot. Okay, that's going to be our focal point. This card insists. I'm going to do a 9-card spread today. Jupiter is on this full moon, as I said, and Jupiter's got to do with justice, truth, fairness, the law, spirit. Okay, it's what we believe. It's our religion. Jupiter in Aquarius, an expansion, a sense of optimism. In Aquarius is the people, okay? Now, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which can be tower moments. Uranus, sudden breakthroughs. For some of you, it could be through social media. Aquarius is social media. Leo is matters of the heart. It's what we create. It's the children. Aquarius is also groups and associations, politics. It's the ethers. It's human rights. I do speak a little bit about what's going on in the news later on in this video. You may want to stay on. Aquarius is philanthropy. It's also disclosures. So that's what we're going to have. Disclosure concerning matters of health, matters of law, politics. Uranus is the collective vision, and groups stay together, Stay together. There's a lot going on. Is there enough ethos out there? Ethos, which means ethics. Is there integrity? Do we have our morals? Are we holding on to our morals? Okay, remember that Saturn, Saturn was on that last moon, that last full moon, when Saturn holds a scythe, remember? A sickle. Okay, let's see what's going on. Full moon, please, Spirit Archangels. Full moon in Aquarius at the 29th degree. What is going on? What is completing? And I wanted to say this full moon will last until the next full moon, so you can watch this up until the next month. Okay, this reading is from now until a month forward, until the next full moon, which will be happening in Pisces. Okay, and that's going to be on the 20th of September. So the focal point is the Ace of Swords. We have the moon, here we are. We have the star, Aquarius. Interesting, right? We've got the King of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer. We have the Seven of Cups, which is that illusion. It's Pisces energy, right? Seven of Cups can speak to doors opening, but also illusion. Truth after illusion, after deception, I see. Oh my God, we've got a reversed card. I'm not reading reversals, everyone. We've got the Leo card, Strength card. So there is some sort of a weakness concerning this King of Cups. The Strength card, Major Arcana, Leo, Scorpio. Someone's under pressure. Remember that Scorpio and Leo are in square to each other. Now, of course, for some of you, this could be Pisces or Cancer. Mainly it is the Scorpio energy. So since there's a reversal here, which is number 8, right? Number 8. What comes before number 8 is the 7. It's the Chariot. It's the card of victory. Again, movement. Taking action. But there's a sense of weakness or no courage to move forward. Someone is discouraged by this full moon, maybe. Another reverse card in the Sun. So the Sun being a number 19 goes back to the moon. We've got the Sun and the moon, right? Something will be shown to us. Something that was unclear, that was deceptive, will be shown to us. The truth will be coming through at some point. The Star card, and look, we've got the 3 luminaries. We've got the moon, the star, and the sun. The 3 luminaries. There's going to be a lot of illumination about what's really going on. We've got the Two of Swords, so someone's going to be put in a position that they need to make a decision. It does show Libra here. The glyph of Libra is on this card. And, you know, I love to see the sun here in this position. And the potential outcome is a page of coins, everyone. Page of coins. Which is that new beginning, starting off something in a small way. Now, the pages are messengers as well, but, you know, pages are also offers. It's like someone sending out a message. They're making a decision here. So, there's going to be communication. We've got the Page of Pentacles right here, which is a student. Someone has been going through a learning curve. This could also be a child. King of Cups is someone that's ready to offer their heart on a platter, make an offer of some sort, or there's been deception or secrecy concerning this King of Cups, their wish fulfillment. There's been a lack of courage in coming forward and making an offer here. And I feel that this is someone that's quite well known in their community. The sun is usually a card of success, right? The Sun can speak to, it can speak to love. It can speak to the ability to create children, that there is true love, the ability to create. The Sun can also speak to reconciliation. And this is matters of the heart. There's been a lot of secrecy concerning matters of the heart. The Sun, though, is, remember, we've got two cards of Leo here, and we've got Aquarius here, and we've got the Moon card, which is Neptune. Two Neptune cards here. We could also be talking the Moon rules house number 4, the house of Cancer as well. But we're looking at, we've got 3 swords here. We've got the 2 and the 3. 3 swords. So there has been heartbreak. And we've got the Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands, which is Sagittarian energy. Someone's taking action, moving towards what they desire. Someone is covering ground, holding a torch for someone, not being truthful about it, though. There's a lot of attraction. There is that sexual attraction, right? Scorpio, Leo. It's very deep. It's very passionate. But there's also emotional. There's an emotional tie here as well. And the star could speak to physical distance, right? There is hope here for communication through social media. The 2 of Swords. So someone in between their heart and what is important to them. It could be their heart or a child and a child, or something that's been sort of up in the air and sort of dreamy. The star is a wish fulfillment, but it's something that's at a distance, right? Well, Agape is here. Hello, Agape. Agape cannot keep away today. Agape mo. Agape mo. I love you too, sweetheart, but you can't be here right now. Not allowed. You're going to have to wait. Let's see what's going on. Love persists. Love insists. My sweet pea, you could sit down. Let's see what's going on in love. What's going on in love? I'm going to take 3 cards. So we've got Leo, we've got Scorpio, we've got Aquarius. That's the three fixed signs. What is missing here is Taurus, the fourth fixed sign. Oh, sweet pea. I know how much you love me. Let's see what's going on in love, yeah? You want to choose a card? You want to choose a card, honey? I know, darling. Yeah, I know. So, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, everyone. 3 of Pentacles could speak to a love triangle, but you know, there's a lot of love here. 3 of Pentacles is the initial stage of success. Look at the love. Oh my God, we've got the Sun, everyone. The Sun is going to show you that there is true love here, that there is someone's ready and, you know, ready to take action. 9 of Wands, even though it's hard, 9 of Wands, they've been through a lot. They have been through a lot, right? But they're still holding on. Agape, you're making a mess. And we got the 4 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. Which the 4 of Pentacles to me is, it's my Taurus card. It's someone holding on for dear life. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. 4 of Pentacles can speak to home, family. Well, darling, I know. And we've got a reverse card. And the reverse card is the Knight of Pentacles, which goes back to the Page of Pentacles. As you could see here, we've got an offer. Can you see that? He's offering her something, but this has taken forever. This has taken forever. This Knight is coming through. It's the Virgo energy. Could it be talking about, Agape, you're going to make a mess. Could it be talking about the Virgo season? Just wondering, you know, Virgo season is just around the corner. Okay, so we are leaving on my lap. Stay on my lap, darling. So let's see what's going on beneath that Knight of Cups. No, she won't give up. She will not give up. Agape. Mummy's going to have to pause because you won't stop here. Let's see what's beneath that Knight of Wands. We've got the Eight of Cups. So someone is leaving a situation that did not make them happy, and they're taking action towards some other situation, another person that they may need to travel to go and see. Okay? Someone that they want to manifest. Remember, this is desire, this is fire. And we've got the Hermit. Someone's been the Hermit. They've seen the light, and they're ready to take the action. Eight of Cups. It does show Pisces here. So I'm just wondering whether something's going to play out, Pisces and Virgo, right, in the time of the sun moving through Virgo, obviously. Okay, I'm going to have to pause because I'm going to have to take care of her. You're going to burn yourself. Come here. Come here, darling. Let's go. I was saying that we've got the Knight of Pentacles here, so someone's coming in and offering something here, but it's taken forever. Remember, it was in reverse, which goes back to the Page of Pentacles, which we've got here. So Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy, so I do feel probably as the sun is ingressing or moving through Virgo, and I wouldn't be surprised if something didn't play out in the next couple of days as the moon is going to come up to Neptune. Let's see. So the Hermit, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, so Jupiter is in the mix here. There's some fated changes going on here. It's interesting that we've got the Hermit number 9 and then the 10. So some changes, something came to a completion point. And we've got the Magician here as well. And the Magician is Mercury. Mercury and Jupiter. A lot to do with communication, maybe long distance communication as well. Truths. Remember that Mercury is now in its home sign of Virgo, so there could be something going on concerning legalities. We've got 3 swords here. Legalities, the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fate is turning. Someone has gone into their cave concerning an ending. This could also be a change of destiny, a change of fate. So there has been an ending. Someone is sort of strategizing and planning. Could it be a move, a physical move? Could it be that they're going through legalities? You know, the Hermit could also be someone that is in the legal field. But there's a lot of emotion here. Eight of Cups is also spiritual growth. I've seen the light, right? I'm leaving a situation. Through the difficulties, I'm growing. I'm growing spiritually. I'm in search of that special connection, that agreement, and balance in my emotional life. Let's take the wisdom of the House of the Night. What's going on, please, Spirit? Archangels, what do we need to know? We've got 2 cards, thank you. We've got obedience and confidence. Obedience, and she's holding a sword. Look at that. Have a look. Can you see that? She's holding scales as well. It has got to do with legalities. Obedience. Someone needing to do the right thing. Could be that someone has been tamed. Someone needed to do the right thing because of the law, some sort of an injustice. But here we've got a horse. We've got confidence, which is the Leo energy. We've got a 42 and a 48. 42 and 48, so that's a 12 and a 6. That's 18. Again, the moon. 12, remember, is it's the hanging man. Someone's been abiding by the rules, sacrificing maybe their happiness, right? Needing to do things by the book. Their wish fulfillment was at a physical distance. They were not open. They were not truthful. The moon. The moon can speak to someone's home, someone's family, matters of motherhood, someone's home, someone's country, where they reside. The moon and the star. And the King of Cups. Let's see what else we've got. Let's take the astrology reading cards. See what comes through for this full moon in Aquarius, this blue moon. We'll take more tarot in a moment. Ooh. Okay, Spirit. What's going on? What's going on with this full moon in Aquarius? We've got 3 cards. We've got Cancer. The energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. Exactly. We've got the mother, the moon, and the child. The 9th house, broadening your horizons either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. 9th house, right? 9th house is the house ruled by Jupiter, which is on the full moon. So this could concern someone's philosophies, and you can even see here. You can see here the mother and the child. Can you see them there? And here we've got the 9th house, which can speak to someone that's from a different part of the world, right? And we've got Vesta, the goddess within, your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. Now, Vesta is an asteroid. For those of you that don't know, one of my friends asked me to do a special, a video on Vesta. So I'm thinking of doing that at some point. Now, Vesta is the sacred flame. Think of very similar to Juno. Remember Juno, the wife of Jupiter? She was the one that held up, she was the pillars of strength in Jupiter's house. He was too busy going out and meeting other goddesses, right? So Vesta is the sacred flame. It's the flame, it's that, that fireplace that the family will come to find the warmth, to be nurtured and provided for. Okay, so Vesta is actually transiting through Virgo, everyone. So that could speak to someone now being in the position to nurture, provide, and give warmth. I want to read the Vesta card for you for a moment. The current energy is focused on the part of you that is represented by Vesta. On the card, you see a goddess within a representation of the sun in a stained glass window. The sun is the spiritual center of our solar system, and Vesta represents the spiritual center of you, the fire of the divine within, and your perfect sacred spirit. The card suggests you should withdraw to the sanctity and specialness inside and caress your aloneness. For when involvement with others has resulted in loss of connection to the soul's purpose, Vesta assists with reconnection. Balance between inner strength and service to others is essential for a strong spiritual center. So you see, even the fact that Vesta is transiting through Virgo, which is the house of service to others, And Virgo has been shown here in the reading already. Also, Leo has been mentioned. In quietness, you should give humble service to the domestic ritual that calms our human struggle. For Vesta awards dignity to cleaning routines. You may find yourself attracted to such gentle pursuits as meditation or yoga. Equally, you may find yourself revering earthly activities such as cleaning the windows. I don't know about you guys, but when I get, I'm a Virgo, so cleaning is a sort of meditation for me. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's like I'm in meditative mode. Anything that gives you happiness, and you enjoy doing. I suppose we don't all enjoy cleaning all the time, but yeah, it's like a ritual. These simple acts are a homage to the beauty of material things, for in our Vesta moments we can appreciate that the molecular structure of a wooden floor, a fireplace, or any small things that we own. Because we own something, we exist. There is a pride that can be found in perfecting what we possess, a spiritual uplift at the center of earthly things that gives stability and reassurance. Vesta is unusual in that she represents both fire and earth. Yes, that's true. Both fire and earth. The point where order and chaos meet, the core of human experience. Her fire is about comfort and confidence, while her earth is dignified, quiet, and diligent. So I would put Vesta in between Leo and Virgo, so both those energies together. Take time out and be wholly and completely devoted to you, with capitals. Treat your body as a temple and your home as the supporter of your earthly existence. So this could also be another person, let's say, in your life that is giving you, that's offering you that comfort, that reassurance. Okay, so that's what could be happening for some of you with Vesta here. Cancer. Cancer is the home. It's the mother, right? Vesta is like a nurturing energy. It's like being there for others. It's the goddess within, our sacred inner self. And the ninth house is what we believe. Now, on another level, of course. The ninth house is more out there. It's more out there in the world, but Cancer is more the home. So there's a bit of a, tug of war. Or where is your house? Where is your home? The Cancer card has been showing up a lot recently. And the ninth house sort of speaks to expansion and growth, or widening your perspective, right? Your higher mind, or what is it that you believe. And this could also speak to someone being ready to go on that adventure. I'd like to take one more card here. One more card. I feel that that's why the Strength card was in the reverse and the Sun card. There's more dignity than ego here. Someone has been humbled, has been grounded, I feel, or will be grounded and humbled. And we've got the third house, your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. So we've got the ninth house and the third house. This is where the nodes are transiting through. This is a very fated time. The ninth house is Sagittarius. Third house is Gemini. Third house is all about lessons. It's the student, right? Ninth house is the teacher. So obviously someone's taking the role of the teacher. The other person is taking the role of the student here. And where love matters are concerned, we've got strong Leo, right? We've got someone being nurtured here. We do see the divine feminine nurturing the divine masculine here. There is great love here. There is great passion. But there could be a third person in the picture. Nine of Wands here says that someone's gone through a lot, okay, but they're still standing. And the Four of Pentacles means someone is holding on to an idea, to a person, to a relationship. As you could see here, there's a sense of exhaustion here, okay. I really need to take one more card on that. What's that Four of Pentacles about? And we've got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups, which means there's been a disappointment. There have been regrets, okay? Where there was a lot of happiness, I would say more than likely in the past. Okay, someone's gone through a lot here. Now, there's a sense of regrets. It's as though she's sitting on a tomb here. She's mourning something to do with the past. The focus is what's been lost. And someone may have lost a relationship that they thought would last forever. And there are regrets here, as I said, with the Five of Cups. But remember the Five of Cups, that there's always those two cups that are still standing. Let's take one more. And we have the Ten of Swords. Oh my. Ten of Swords. Someone is really devastated here, the Ten of Swords, because there has been an ending, but someone can't let go. The Ten of Swords, which turns into the Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords. So someone's had to do something. Someone's had to be obedient. Someone is holding on to a love relationship. I feel that there's someone here is in two worlds. They're in two different relationships. Because I see here that there is a lot of love. We've got the Three of Pentacles and the Four. Someone is in a marriage here. As you could see here, she's not really interested here. Or she's bored, or I don't know. She's not interested, I get here. With the Nine of Wands, maybe someone's in a relationship that they've been through a lot. The reciprocity is not on both sides. So the Five of Cups is someone mourning, and I feel that they're mourning on their own. They're mourning maybe those good times and the situation that they're in now. That celebration, those good times have been lost. Okay? So, and with the Ten of Swords, there's been a breakup for sure. Four of Swords means that there's been a heartbreak, a disappointment. Someone's been doing something that their heart was not in. And another reverse card. We've got the Hermit in the reverse. And the Hermit in the reverse goes back to the Strength card. So with a Hermit, it means that there's been no communication. That's why someone has lost their strength. I do feel that this connection, which probably stems from the past, or I do feel that there's been a breakup here for sure. Someone's been doing something that did not make them happy. Someone's been quite weak, under the weather, because they've had a decision that they needed to make, whether they were going to move forward or not. I mean, the Two of Swords, very similar. I mean, all these swords, three swords here and the Ten of Swords here, right? And the Four of Swords, which means we've left that Three of Swords. There's been no communication at all. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles here. This is what someone is hoping for. The Hermit and the Strength card. Remember the Ace of Pentacles, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which was in the reverse here, and we had the Page of, so we've got the Page of Coins. So it's all about that Ace of Pentacles. And we've got the Hermit, which does speak to Virgo energies. And the Hermit can speak to someone that's been in their cave, right? We've got the Hermit right here as well. We've got the Hermit and then the Eight of Cups, which means someone is moving on. They want something stable, long-term, and something that is, it's a relationship that they value, or it's a situation, it's a move, it's moving towards what they value, who they value, and they're following their North Node. With the third house here, your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood, says the third house. So there is something that you could be learning about. Third house is also the house of communication. So let's take a few more cards and see what's going on. Remember, we've got the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Looks like the energy will sort of get faster with that Knight of Wands. Let's see why we've got the Ace of Swords. And we've got the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Sense of lack, not being happy. Someone's has been begging. Someone has been begging, and when they've been begging, it looks like the door was closed. Five of Pentacles could also be a relationship that is not accepted by others. Could be a same-sex relationship. Could be an age difference. Could be a different religion. Why is the Moon here? And we've got the Emperor, everyone. So it could speak that there was deception from an Emperor, or secrecy concerning someone's position in a home. The Moon can speak to, yes, deception, but also a very strong telepathic connection. But there's secrecy. Let's look at the Star. We've got the Eight of Coins. He's reading a note. So there has been communication through social media. Could be with this Emperor. You could be dealing with two different people. We've got a King of Cups and an Emperor here. Let's look at that King of Cups. And we've got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, which can speak to reconciliation, but also a love triangle. Three of Cups can speak to happiness, celebration, getting out there with friends, meeting up with people that are kindred spirits. Let's look at that Seven of Cups. Or it could say that this King of Cups has been drowning his sorrows. We've got the Chariot, everyone, another major arcana. Cancer is very strong. Aries. Let's have a look at the Strength card, which was in the reverse. The Chariot, wanting to move forward as the movement will be happening. Remember, the Chariot is overcoming all obstacles, taking charge and moving forward. For the doors to open, we've got the Nine of Coins. Nine of Coins is this card of singlehood, but does speak to a sense of abundance. And we've got a fair bit of Virgo energy, which I feel is just around the corner. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, both Virgo cards. So we're talking about Leo, Virgo, strong Leo, Virgo energies here. Let's look at the Sun card. Someone is single here. Obviously, with that Five of Pentacles, it's cost them financially, or it's costing them financially, this move. We've got the Magician, everyone, which does speak to communication. It's an ace. So many major arcana. So many. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 major arcana in this area right here. Now, the Magician is an ace. This is communication. This is truth. This is powering up, getting the courage to send out that message, to communicate, to act. Pull a rabbit out of the hat. Maybe someone was deceptive. Maybe someone was a bit of a trickster because they didn't have the courage to come forward and speak their truth. They didn't have the courage to move forward. Let's see with this Two of Swords. We've got the Page of Swords. So this is the Gemini energy. Gemini and the Page of Swords. This could be someone that is offering. As you can see, this page is offering something. So there's going to be a message, some sort of an offer that comes through. But I feel that this is someone that's been checking you out through social media. Remember, Gemini and the Page of Swords could be someone that is spying on another person. Let's look at this Page of Coins. And we've got the Ace of Cups. That's the offer that's at hand here. This is an offer that speaks to stability, and it also speaks to emotional happiness. Remember, we had the Ace of Coins here, and here we've got the Ace of Cups. Let's see what this Knight of Wands is all about. But what's at the bottom? We've got the High Priestess. Again, the Piscean energy, Pisces, Virgo. And we've got the Four of Coins here. So someone has been holding back on taking charge, moving forward. Four of Coins, which is also here. Someone has been holding on to their money. I feel that money's got a lot to do with this change, with what's going to be happening here. We've got quite a few Pentacles. Let's take one more on that Four of Coins. And we've got the Five of Cups again. So someone is regretting either losing a relationship that they thought would be stable, and maybe they lost it because of family, or someone's been going through divorce settlement, they've lost a lot of money and it's pained them very much, but they're free. There's a sense of freedom, and you know, someone knows their self-worth. They're standing strong here. And with the Nine of Coins here, an absolutely beautiful card. Look at the this line here. We've got the Three of Cups, the Nine of Coins, abundance, and the Ace of Cups. On top of the page, we've got a couple of pages here. So we've got a few messages back and forth. Let's look at that Five of Pentacles in the center. And we've got the World card here, everyone. So this is a card of success, the Chariot, the World, the Strength card. This is Saturnian. The World card is the Saturn. It's the ability to know that you've reached your pinnacle, you've done the work, the rewards come in after here. I want to take another card on that Emperor. And we've got the Six of Wands. So this is someone that is successful. Someone has quite a big ego. Six of Wands is, it is Jupiter. Jupiter in Leo. Oh my goodness. It shows Jupiter in Leo. This is someone that is a boss. Someone that is very well known in their community. And remember, it's on the Moon card, but their weak point would be their home. Could be concerning a mother as well. Let's look at the Star and the Eight of Coins. What's this information about? We've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. So legalities or just truths. Truths coming through. A lot of communication. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords can be legalities or a decision that's coming through. Could be coming through as an email. So this could be concerning a legal battle as well. And there's celebration here. And we've got the Ten of Wands, which means this heavy burden comes to an end. This being bogged down. Remember the Ace, the Ten of Wands turns into the Ace of Wands. Let's look at the Chariot, because there's someone's got lots of choices here. Where are they moving to? And we've got the Four of Cups, which the Four of Cups is in the reverse, brings me back to that Three of Cups again. So they're moving towards someone that they want to rekindle, a reconnection again. And as you can see here, he's actually looking at this cup. So now he's really thinking that he's got the ability to accept that cup, which is also here. This was a cycle where there was a lot of confusion, too many choices maybe that someone had. I want to have a look at that Nine of Pentacles and the Strength card. We've got the Hermit. Couple of nines, everyone. So someone's going to be single and they know their worth. After difficulties, right? They've been bogged down, they've been challenged, for sure. The Hermit's seen the light, and we've got the Magician. So after the Nine, we go back to the Ace here. And we've got the Ten of Swords once more. Oh my God, which is right here. Wow. Another Ace. Remember, tens are always aces. So this Sun in the reverse means someone's ego has copped a beating. I would say because of stealth, because of secrecy, and maybe even deception. This Queen of Swords, which is someone that's been through a lot. She's playing with her swords. She's not going to take no shit from no one. And she's closing the door on this big ego. She's closing the door on this big egotistical, maybe someone who had a big name for themselves, I would say here. So that's the weakness here. That, that you can, I'm going to say money, power, and position can buy many things, but it can't really buy true love. Because remember, the Magician can be the trickster, and the Ten of Swords comes after that. And the Sun in the reverse means that someone was not totally truthful. And that was seen, maybe. But that turns into the Ace of Swords. There's a lot of swords, so there's going to be a lot of truths coming through. Collectively as well, not only personally, people. Let's see what this Two of Swords and the Page of Swords, which again are three swords. What's going on here? And we've got the Eight of Cups, which the offer is, I feel that someone's offering or communicating, whatever's being communicated is sort of like a calling or an invite. Come. Someone's making a choice. Is going to be put in a position to make a choice on what to do. To stay in an unhappy situation or to move on to their happiness, to their bliss, to this Ace of Cups, to this potential new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles with this page. Ace of Pentacles could be anything. Could be a new relationship, could be a new job, could be a new home. Right? Because someone was not in a happy place. And we've got the card of Faith. Taurus is here. Taurus is here, which, as I said, we had the three fixed signs. We've got the fourth fixed sign, which is Taurus as well. So this is a potential for a long-lasting relationship, a marriage, moving in together. Someone's been holding on to their faith that this new beginning will come through. Okay. And remember the Hierophant, Taurus is where Uranus is, and Uranus is breaking down situations where there's been no value. It's breaking down anything old that was karmic, that was limiting. And I feel that there's a sense of freedom here with the Faith card. Someone's been holding on to the faith or holding on to the idea that this could be something that they can manifest. Now, remember, This is like someone's wishing, they're praying, they're hoping, they're wishing for this. This is something that's been hoped for and wished for a long time, I would say here. This new beginning, this Ace of Cups. I want to take another card on the Faith card. And we've got the Six of Cups, everyone. And the Six of Cups is that soulmate connection. It can speak to nostalgia back in the days where there was happiness. Someone is moving towards something that they've been holding close to their heart forever. Now, the Six of Cups is also, someone's been hoping to have children here. Your wishes are going to be answered, I feel here. Remember, we've got the Page. We've got the Page of Pentacles. And remember also that the Hermit here, the Hermit is Virgo. It does speak to health. Someone's been very weak or very down concerning, having the ability even to have a child. I do feel that this has got a lot to do with pregnancy for some of you. The pregnancy can be literal, can be metaphorical. Now, someone's been doing things that they have to do, abiding by the rules. They've been hoping to be able to manifest. Confidence is very important. Confidence is, when you believe that you're going to be able to manifest something, that's when it happens. Remember, the Ten of Wands turns into the Ace of Wands, which can also speak to that there is here, the potential here is for that success. Remember, the Ace of Wands could also be, a sexual connection or, that seed that's being planted. The Star card here says, don't lose faith. The Emperor can be quite limiting, but knowing that you can lead, you should have the confidence, okay, where there's been difficulties concerning motherhood, okay? Queen of Swords could also be just intelligence, right? Doing the work, studying a situation here. Seven of Cups, different forms of medicine, a lot of confusion. What do I need to do? Five of Coins, someone feels left out in the cold, that negative thought that I cannot manifest. But the World card is here, which is a card of success. And remember that Virgo is the house of health. So someone, and I'm going to say here, because the Hermit could be a doctor, could be a physician, someone that's very, very good at the details. This could be a really important person, the right person. Someone that will give you the confidence. Okay, the Sun does speak to children as well. The ability to create, whether it's we're creating a business or whether we're creating something that we can learn to love. Something that we've got the ability to manifest here. Do not lose the faith. Six of Cups is a card of balance, equality, happiness. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter is here. He's a major blessing. He really is. Okay? And some of you could also, maybe you've traveled to a distant place where you could be looking into someone who can guide you to whatever it is you're hoping to manifest. The Hermit could also be a tarot reader, could be an astrologer. You need to believe in your strength, believe in the power within, okay, the power of manifestation. The Magician is here, the Sun is here. The Sun, even in the reverse, is a positive card, right? It's all about choices, being decisive, knowing what it is that you want, and having the ability to move towards it. We start off small with the Page of Pentacles, but it's very promising. Okay. Let's take 3 Lenormand. So this full moon in Aquarius on Jupiter, please, Spirit, on the 22nd of August till all the way up until the 20th of September with that full moon in Pisces. What's going on? We've got the scythe. Something is completing. Something's being cut out. Remember the scythe. With the scythe, you collect the wheat. Something is quickly ending for someone. Someone could be going through legalities, divorce, separation here, and moving on victoriously. We've got a few cards that fell out. Let's see. We've got the moon, which we've also got there. We've got the bear. Motherly. The bear, right? The moon and the bear, they're both connected to the mother. The moon can speak to a strong, deep, a deep connection. It can speak to home, the mother, someone's home, someone's country. The bear does speak to strengthening character. Someone is cutting away, even though it could be hard for them. Cutting something to do with their past, concerning a mother or leadership or matters of courage or matters of protection, protecting a home, protecting her cub, her child, what she's created, her business could be. We've got the divine masculine here, which is holding a rose. We've got the clouds here, which are clearing, and the birds are coming through. The sun comes through, breaks through the clouds. Now, the clouds can speak to Neptune in Pisces, so that's the confusion here. And we've got the cross, which to me is the faith card, everyone. Okay, someone's convictions have been heavy, but their faith helped them win the situation over. That's what I get, everyone. All right, here is the astrology. Everyone, I'm showing you as we are coming up to that second full moon in Aquarius. Last full moon in Aquarius was at the 1st degree of Aquarius. So the moon was in Aquarius and at 1 degree, and the sun was right opposite, right at the beginning of the Leo season. Now this second full moon will be at the 29th degree. It's called the anaretic degree. It's the critical degree. It's, when both the moon and the sun obviously have completed their cycle. They're at the last degree, getting ready to dip into the next sign, which obviously for the moon will be ingressing into Pisces, and the sun just after that full moon will be stepping into Virgo. So happy birthday, dear Virgo. Those of you that are born at the beginning of the Virgo cycle, obviously this full moon will be happening very close to your sun. So it is quite important for you as well. But obviously with the moon and the sun in, on the axis Aquarius, Leo, this is more important in those areas of life and for those people. So the fixed signs, Leo and Aquarius are fixed signs, as are Scorpio and Taurus. Obviously, whoever's a Scorpio out there, with your planets and your sun, whatever you've got in Scorpio, it will be in square. Okay, will be in square to this full moon, especially those of you that are born towards the end of the Scorpio or Taurus season. Okay, for you it'll be more exact. So a square is always a challenge. It's not easy. It's turning a corner. It's needing to do the work. But nevertheless, if you remember back at that full moon on the 24th of July, again, the first full moon in Aquarius, it was, very close to Saturn and in between Pluto and Saturn, and it wasn't an easy time at all. It was quite a challenging full moon. Now the full moon will be taking place at the 29th degree, so it's very, very close. It's conjunct to Jupiter. And Jupiter does expand on everything it touches. Now, full moon is always quite stressful, okay? It's full moons are more emotional. It's more the energy is turned inwards. Jupiter is also retrograde. We've got lots of retrograde planets. We've got Jupiter, we've got Saturn, we've got Pluto, we've got Uranus, which turned retrograde a couple of days ago in Taurus. Chiron is retrograde as well, and Neptune is retrograde. So it is retrograde season, everyone, and Mercury is going to be retrograding in September as well. Anyway, so as I was saying, Jupiter expands on everything he touches. Now, Jupiter can speak to optimism, expansion, growth, luck, truth, justice, anything to do with our beliefs. Remember that Jupiter rules the sign of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius holds, the archetype of Sagittarius holds all those positive traits that I've just mentioned well. Matters of law as well, our beliefs, our religion, what is it that we believe. This is what the full moon will be on, those subjects. Okay, Jupiter can also speak to, different religion, other cultures, world matters as well. And remember, a full moon being quite stressful, quite emotional. It's where our blood boils, right? Comes up to, it's like just like the tides are changed. The moon plays a big part in the tides, low tide, high tide, depending on what it's going to be. That's how our emotions go in and out, okay, just like the tides. But the full moon is usually where there's a lot of pressure. We feel the pressure. We are made up of water, 70% of the human body, 60 to 70% nevertheless is made up of water. Therefore, we feel those full moons very strongly. And having a second full moon in the same sign 2 months in a row, it's something important is playing out here. Now, Aquarius, what is Aquarius? Aquarius is anything that speaks to newness. Aquarius speaks to that higher mind, to the intelligence, science, speaks to futuristic things, communication. It's an air sign, and it's a fixed air sign. And we know that all the fixed signs this year with Saturn and Uranus squaring all year, we know that fixed signs have been under the microscope, okay? Their lives are going through many, many changes as they are affected by Saturn and Uranus squaring. Saturn transiting through Aquarius, it is its home sign, so he's comfortable there. But Saturn also relates to the old, to karma, to establishments, to anything that is sort of, we could say fixed, because Aquarius is a fixed sign, but does relate to leaders, leadership, limiting energies. Saturn is, you can imagine Saturn is the governor or the leader or the boss, someone who's quite stingy in their attitude, in their the way they come across. It's not about expansion. Thinking of Saturn and Jupiter, they're total opposites, where Saturn is more, taking a few steps back, dealing with the old, conservative, the way things used to be. And I feel that Saturn in Aquarius is more inclined to have that potential, or take those blinders off, where we need to learn to look at things in the new age way, the more the untraditional is Saturn in Aquarius, or where there is tradition, we need to change our ways, we need to run with the times. And Aquarius, remember, is communication, it's intelligence, it's humanity, it's the people, and it's a very much higher perspective. And how I see Saturn in Aquarius, Saturn is the old, remember, it was Kronos. He was all about the darkness. He was all about, he didn't want to lose his throne. Therefore, he was doing everything in his power. All his offspring, he was eating them up so that he could stay in power. So it's do or die. I want to stay in power, says Saturn. And Saturn could be leaders. It could be people that were in power, and I'm going to say for the wrong reasons. Whatever this is about, because it is a power struggle, and we can see that happening in the world, right? There are power struggles where the, Aquarius is also, it's politics, it's politicians, it's news, it's information, it's communicating with a larger group of people, it's people sharing ideas. It rules social media. So there's a lot of communication, a lot of information coming, going back and forth. This is referencing also things to do with the past. Okay, Saturn is the past. And remember that Saturn is the natural ruler of Capricorn, and Capricorn is where Pluto is transiting since 2008. Okay, and this is the patriarchy. This is the people that are in power. Pluto is breaking down those old, that old law and order, those establishments, and anything to do with rules and regulations and boundaries and the authorities, the suppression that's going on in the world right now, where we cannot speak our mind, we are not allowed to think for ourselves, we have to abide by the rules. Either it's, you're out, you lose your job. If you don't abide by the rules, you've lost your job, or you're going to be locked up, or whatever the consequences are. There's a lot of coercion going on now in the world. I don't know if you've seen the news in Australia, and I knew that something would happen in Australia since the last eclipses of May and June were visible over Australia. And as you can see on the news, there's a lot of trouble. People are taking to the streets and speaking their minds, and they're rallying concerning their freedom of speech, the freedom to be able to breathe fresh air, get out of the house, the freedom to have our own opinion. Okay, and it started there in Australia. I knew something was going to play out there. Last time the eclipses were visible over Australia was back in 2019. When I moved away from Australia, we remember Australia was on fire. And we left before the worst of it, but there was such a huge disaster. So many, thousands and thousands of hectares of beautiful greenery went up in smoke, and that was a big catastrophe. Just like with what's happened just recently now in Greece, we've had huge catastrophes, so many bushfires. People have been saying that the bushfires are not from, the lack of rain, but that they were purposely, there were fires set purposely for other reasons. The plan was something that cannot be obviously talked about. So you understand where I'm getting at. There's a reason behind everything, and we need to be able to look deeper and see what the plan is, what the information is. And many times media tries to turn people's focus on other things when, everyone's turned to a certain situation, a catastrophe, a disaster, whether it's the pandemic, whether it's fires, whether it's floods, and there's other things happening that are not being seen. It's just like it's the Neptunian energy, Neptune transiting through Pisces. This is those rose-colored glasses being put on so that we can't see what's really happening and what the truth really is. So this full moon, everyone, is going to shine the light. Okay, Jupiter in mythology, he gave the light to the people. And Jupiter has ingress back into Aquarius. And Aquarius is we are all one. We're all in this together. It's all about humanity. Has there been truth? Has there been justice? Has there been fairness? Has there been light? Because with Neptune transiting Pisces, and Neptune in Pisces is all about health matters, medicines. Yes, it is concerning spirituality. Remember that as Jupiter and Neptune, when they come together, they both speak of spirituality and the divine and, the ethers and everything that's beautiful, compassionate, fair, just, and just, godly. But when they can also, as they come close, Jupiter and Neptune, they're huge planets, they can really blow up, blow something out of proportion. Remember that Jupiter is very positive, but even when he's on a negative, in a negative, let's say, relationship with another planet or conjunct, let's say, a full moon, why do we get full moons? Because Selene, which is the moon, which doesn't have its own light, it receives the light from the sun, so it takes the information, the light. Remember, Leo is all about shining one's light, being up on stage. It's all about truth, healing, the heart. It's all about creation. It's all about that yang energy. The moon is yin, the yin energy. It's more recessive. So the moon takes the light from the sun, and obviously with Jupiter on the moon, on the full moon, there's going to be a lot of information about what is true, what is not, and it can be a very stressful time, everyone. But I feel that with this second full moon, which is a more positive full moon, last month's full moon was square to Uranus, was exactly, practically, very, very close to being exact, in an exact square. And it was really gnarly. This full moon should be more positive on Jupiter. It may not be easy, but it's for our, highest good. It's for our own good. It's for justice. It's for truth. Now, because we've got a lot of retrogrades. All the outer planets are retrograde, so we are dealing with old matters. We get a chance to look at things, thinking of the planets moving forward and direct. It's all about covering, certain subjects or certain situations. As the planets turn retrograde, because they're retrograde planets are closer to the sun, their energy is more potent and it's more inwards. The energy turns more inwards. And Agape is just sitting on my microphone now, so if you hear any purring, it's Agape. She's right next to the microphone. Anyway, so hopefully this will be a more positive. This is like a second chance full moon. It wasn't done right on the first full moon in Aquarius. Maybe it will be done in a better way, in a more rightful way. Now, something is completing. Something is culminating. Now, remember, the sun is in its rulership, so the Leo season is very potent. very much about the Leo archetype. But remember, Leo is also fixed fire, and fire is all about life. Fixed is, well, it's like a juxtaposition, right? Where fire is all about action and movement, but the fixed portion of Leo is sort of like, I want to move forward, but you know, I don't know if it'll be comfortable, if it will be rewarding for me. Will I be able to create? I want to move forward, but will I be able to create? I want to create. I want to bring something. Leo is the leader. It's the actor. It's not the director. The director would be Virgo, that does all the work, let's say, behind the curtain. Leo is up on stage. It's kingship. It's leadership. Now, speaking of kingship, obviously the sun moving through Leo is all about the kings and the queens and the leaders and people that could also speak to people having put on a performance, which a performance is not always, it's not based in truth, is it? There have been a lot of scandals with people that are in the acting business, people that deal with, that are up on stage and either speaking to many, many people. The sun is, the sun in Leo, there's a leadership quality, and there's many areas that people could lead in. Is it, the government? Is it the people who get up on the podium and speak to the news, to the journalists? What is it? Whatever is going on here, this full moon, and the sun is, going to be at the 29th degree, 29 and 37. That's where the fixed star Regulus is. And Regulus does speaks to high honors, but it also speaks to downfall for people that are in positions of power. It can speak to assassinations. It can speak to, there's a black and white. There's no grey here. It's either total royalty and success and abundance and everything that is admired, everything that is concerning abundance and beauty and manifestation, anything that is positive is Leo. But the opposite could also happen, okay? Destruction, a fall from grace could happen. So we could be seeing a lot of these things going on with this full moon. Remember, a full moon lasts for a whole month. Well, in 2 weeks, we're going to have the new moon coming up in new moon in Virgo, coming up on the 6th of September, roughly there. But 2 weeks after that will be the next full moon, which will be in Pisces. Let me see. The full moon in Pisces is going to be at 28 degrees, so it'll be 6 degrees off Neptune. It's still fairly close, right? So the interesting thing is that I wanted to mention here is and let's go forward a little bit. Let's go a little bit forward. Let's look at that full moon. Okay, roughly here. The full moon is roughly here at 29 degrees. It's at 29 and 37 nevertheless. But the moon, just as the moon is going to culminate and complete here, it's ready to dip into Pisces. Now, I always say that when there's, the moon is passing through a water sign, because water signs are very intuitive, they're very sensitive, they're very, they're all about water, and water is sensitivity, it's emotions, it's very sensitive, so it picks up on the energies. The moon moving through Pisces, coming up to Neptune, soon after that full moon, a couple of days after, I would say, roughly. Pay attention to your dreams, because the moon is going to come up to Neptune, and Neptune is the god of the seas. Remember that Pisces is a water sign, so as the full moon is going to be on Jupiter, which will expand a situation, whatever the situation is, we could be seeing a lot of rain or anything to do with deception. You know, that full moon is going to show us things that were hidden. The light from the sun will show things that were hidden. And obviously Neptune in Pisces can speak to deception, so pay attention in the next couple of days concerning, you know, us wearing those rose-colored glasses, or anything to do with, you know, the media. Neptune is TV, it's the news, it's anything that is not real, anything that is can be an illusion, right? It doesn't. It's not something based in reality. Neptune is, it's ethereal. It's. Don't touch the microphone. Agape, stop touching the microphone. Yeah, it's anything that's been created, anything that is an illusion. It's like, you know, being up on stage again and playing a theatrical movie, you know. So you don't know what to believe. And Agape is right here, and Agape is blessing us. Aren't you, darling? Aren't you, sweetheart? Okay, now, what else is important about this full moon here? I just wanted to point out here, we've got Eris, E-R-I-S, everyone. Eris in Aries. She's the goddess of war. She's a feminine goddess. She's the sister of Mars, and she's going to start trouble here. She's in square with Pluto, so she's the sister of Mars. She's got that Martian energy. She's going to take to the streets. This is the feminine energy coming forth and saying that there's been injustices. And those of you that are on Patreon, you know that I do go into a lot of detail concerning Eris squaring over to Pluto. I just wanted to give you a thumbs up. The next few days will be very, very tough because there'll be a lot of pushbacks, okay, people taking to the streets and revolting and fighting for their freedom, fighting for justice. Remember, Pluto is an outer planet, very slow moving. He is bringing transformation and change. Pluto does speak to death. Okay, this is, I'm going to fight to my death. I'm going to fight for my freedom because there's been an injustice here. Remember, she's also in the sign of Mars. Mars rules Aries, so you can imagine how rattled up she is. And Uranus is also trining over from Taurus, trining over to Mars, and it's exact. And Mercury. So Mercury, remember, is the children. Mercury is communication. Is there logic? Is there logic in Virgo health measures, the health matters going on, the health issues that we are dealing with? Because Mercury and that full moon is going to come up. Remember, the full moon is going to come up to Neptune and Mercury, which is logic. It is truth. It is, you know, looking behind the curtain, doing your homework, being disciplined, Virgo, health, being discriminative, looking at both sides. Remember, Mercury rules Gemini as well. Is there truth or is there illusion and deception? The moon is going to come up to Neptune, and it's going to be in opposition to Mercury and Mars here. This is tough conversations, right? This is people. Mars is action. Mars is the warrior. Mars is passion. He wants to move forward. He's frustrated in Virgo. Virgo is grounding. It's, you know, one step at a time. It's providing a service. It's doing the work. So there is a lot of work being done concerning health issues, a lot of information coming through. Mercury is very good in Virgo. It rules Virgo. So what's going on? what's going on. Uranus is going to bring us shocking revelations. It's trining over to Mercury. Mercury is logic, it's the left brain, and Uranus is the right brain, right? Yeah. And there's a grand air trine as well. Venus is in Libra, everyone. She's really beautiful in Libra. She's very ethereal, very magical, very much about justice. In Libra, is there fairness? Is there justice? Is there equal giving and receiving? Libra is also rules justice as well within relationships. Okay. Libra is an air sign as well. Air is all the air signs. They're all about the truth. They're all about cerebral energy, communicating, thinking. And there's a grand air trine that's happening here with Saturn. Saturn is trining over to Venus. Okay, this is the potential. We've got the potential here to manifest something that we've been wishing for, something that we love. Saturn can be rewarding when the work is done, and something fated is playing out, even though Saturn can be tough, can be matters to do with the past or karmic. Venus is sort of ironing out those creases here, and it's not easy. North Node, this grand air trine, is facing, connected to the North Node in Gemini. Gemini again speaks to our environment, speaks to communication, siblings, neighbors, short distance travel, decision making. Remember, Gemini is the twins. And this is people getting out of their comfort zone at this point. Okay, but Venus in Libra promises a sense of balance, harmony. Okay. Now, as I said, we've got lots of retrogrades going on until October. Until October, when they start, some planets will start to turn direct. But right now, it's retrograde season. We're dealing with old matters. And I'm going to tell you all that it's not going to be easy. The next few months will not be easy. And I'm saying roughly, I would say, even up to the end of the year. October and November are going to be very pivotal. As I was saying before, there are very tight, very strict lockdowns in Australia. There's a light lockdown on the island of Crete in Greece. Now we are in August. Okay, we're just around the corner from September, which is the 9th month. We're heading towards, the season of change. Remember, the equinox will be happening in September, so we're heading towards fall and autumn in the Northern Hemisphere. Okay, which means as the seasons change, things change. Now, it's been a really, really hot summer in the Northern Hemisphere, a very hot summer, a burning hot summer. As well in the Northern Hemisphere, everyone. As you know, it's going to be time for people to get back to work and the children to go back to school. There's going to be a lot of pushbacks and a lot of people revolting concerning the restrictions, the laws, the mandates concerning, what's been going on in the world. But Aquarius is all about people joining forces. And that's what we're going to be seeing a lot of in opposition or protesting. Okay? That will be happening for sure. And because Aries is all about chaos and she can be quite volatile, there's going to be a lot of difficult things that we'll be hearing about on the news. Okay? And a lot will be showing up concerning health. Any matters of health. Remember, Virgo is the house of health. Mars is moving through there. And as I said, Neptune, this will be in opposition. Mercury is coming up to the 22nd degree. And we know that it's been very difficult for people psychologically. I feel that that's the main issue now, more so than, our physical health. It's more about our mental health with all these lockdowns and the restrictions and everything that's been going on in the world. And that's what people are talking about now. So I feel that we've come to a point of no return, and we're going to see a lot of drastic measures being taken from both sides, as you know, as the let's say the patriarchy that's breaking down, that's been in charge, it's been the emperor, let's say, that's been on this throne for thousands of years, is realizing that he's losing his power. He obviously has, it's just like a politician having run his term. It's like a politician knowing that his term is up and scrambling to try and get re-elected, So the patriarchy is realizing that they're losing their power. Pluto is transforming the whole world. Look at what's going on in the US and with Afghanistan and all the news. My God, what else are we going to see? It's tough times, hard times, but remember that the times are tough, and life is hard on this 3D plane. Try and take a step back if it's too stressful for you, and if it's too overwhelming. Being in that energy of what's happening in our reality. Remember that there's a bigger plan. Okay, the plan is godly, and the plan is that a lot of changes are happening because things need to be fixed. There's been many injustices, many untruths, and we've been going through that Saturnian, Cronian darkness, okay, which can be very, very disheartening. But I'm going to say this too shall pass. Let's not give up. This is all about us moving into the age of Aquarius. Keep going. Stay together. Even though you may have a different opinion to someone else, let them, give them the benefit of the doubt. Democracy, that's what it's all about. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Agape, what are you up to? Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and exchanging opinions should be in peace. Okay, don't get yourself overheated and irritated and regretting things that you may do or say. Remember, the pressure is on. Try and take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Pretend you're in an aeroplane and just looking down at the earth, seeing how little we really are, and that the problems from up there in the ethers are way smaller than what they are when we're standing on this earth. Go and step out into nature, walk in the grass, walk on the grass, be in nature, relax yourself. It's the only thing that we can really do to relieve stress. And turn off the TV. Do not watch the news. Get your information from other sources, because the news is Neptune, and Neptune can be very deceitful in Pisces. Okay, it's all about a play. It's all about a story. It's only a story. It's not real. All right, everyone. Yeah, I think that's what I have for you. I do hope that helps somewhat. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings. Thank you so much for your support, for liking, sharing, subscribing. Take some time to meditate on that full moon. If you can, take some time to just check out. Again, pay attention to your dreams. They will be very important. There'll be messages. Pay attention. Love and light to all of you. Ta-da.